for this part of the test, and I will record this for marking purposes. The test has 3 parts. I will give you instructions for each part. May I see your identification, please?
Yes, please.
Thank you. And what is your full name?
My full name is Prisha Singh, as you will see on my passport. You can please just call me by my first name, Prisha.
Okay, Prisha. For part 1, I will ask you a couple of questions to get to know you better, and then some questions on a general topic. Where do you live?
I live in Jaipur, which is a big city in the northwestern province of Rajasthan in India.
What do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, I enjoy reading books. Like now, I'm reading The Life of Pi. I also like to do exercise and yoga.
Let's talk about movies. How often do you watch a movie?
I frequently watch movies, especially with my husband during weekends. Like just past this weekend, we saw a new comedy and it was quite funny.
What is your favorite movie?
My favorite film is Lagan, Once Upon a Time in India, which is a sports drama set in the Victorian era. I love the characters, the story and the triumph at the end.
Who is your favorite actor or actress?
My favorite actor is Johnny Depp because he is very dynamic and talented. He has many faces and can truly become the characters that he portrays.
Where do you enjoy watching movies?
I enjoy watching movies in the theater the most. It is because the sound and the picture quality let me feel like I'm inside the story.
Has the way you watch films changed in the last 10 years?
Yes, it has. A decade ago, we couldn't watch movies in 3D, nor we could watch movies streamed through internet. These days, we can watch movies online through Netflix and in 3D in theaters, as I just mentioned.
If you could make a movie, what would it be about?
Oh, that's an interesting question, but I never thought about this. Can you please give me a moment? It would be amazing to do a documentary nature films based on the lives of animals, especially birds. I love birds. I guess it would be really fun movie to make.
Okay, that is the end of part 1. Now we will continue with part 2. For part 2, here's a card. Please do not turn that over yet. Here is some note paper and a pencil.
Okay.
You will have 1 minute to look at the questions on the card, and then you will have 2 minutes to speak. You may take notes in the 1 minute if you wish. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, then your 1 minute preparation time begins now. Please go ahead and turn over the card. Okay, Prisha, your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please begin speaking.
If I could buy or build the perfect home, it would be in Vaishali Nagar area of Jaipur, which is the best neighborhoods in the city. There are very good education, entertainment and health centers in this area. The streets are clean and people are very friendly. Also, in fact, one of my cousins lives there, so I know the area very well. I would move into a 2-story villa with 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. In this way, I would have enough space for my family and visitors. The villa will have a big garden with lots of beautiful flowers, a pond and a swimming pool. I like to swim and it would be really great to calm down after a tough day of work. The kitchen will be a modern one. I enjoy cooking and this would make it really more enjoyable. The villa will also have a games room, which can be set up with a home theater. I'm sure many of my family members would really like this. It would be also great for me and my husband to watch movies together. Of course, the house will also have a lot of good decoration and beautiful furniture with lots of colors. In order to build this dream home, I would need a property to buy or build on, and a lot of money too. In order to build this home, it would not be only be expensive to construct, but also to maintain.
Okay, your 2 minutes is up. Prisha, I'm going to stop you there. And please pass back the note paper, the pencil. Thank you, and the card as well. Thank you. And now we will continue with part 3. For part 3, I will ask you some more questions related to the topic of part 2. Let's talk about the home. What are the most important points to consider when buying a new home?
I think it's very important to consider and think about the location and materials when purchasing a new house.
Why are these important?
These are very crucial because the location need to be situated close, because we need to save commute time for school and work. Also, the materials need to be good, so there aren't any expensive repairs like replacing the roof or windows.
What factors determine the cost of a house or apartment?
I think location is a very big factor. Like Vaishalinagar is a very expensive part of the city. Also, the material and size of the house.
Which one has the most impact?
I think location has the most effect on price. People these days spend on property more than their actual house.
How have people's house preferences changed compared to one generation before?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Yes, it has changed a lot. People these days have moved into smaller flats that are high quality.
Why is this?
Since people spend more time with their computers and don't like to clean their house as much as they used to, people prefer smaller dwellings as they are easier to keep them clean. Also, space has become very expensive.
Let's talk about modern buildings. What kinds of materials are popular to use in the construction of new buildings these days?
These days, materials like steel, glass, and concrete are very common building materials used for higher buildings like high-rises or skyscrapers.
What are the reasons for this?
The logic behind using these materials is durability. Strength. Also, it is very good that we can create higher buildings like Burj Khalifa, which should last for many decades, if not centuries.
How has technology been used in modern construction to make buildings more comfortable and safer for residents?
There have been new materials developed, glass material which don't break and reflect heat. They are actually very good for the apartments to keep them clean and safe.
What else may be used in the future?
I guess there will be newer materials and innovations which would make the homes even more resilient from the natural disasters.
That is the end of part 3. That concludes the speaking portion of your IELTS exam. You will have your band score in about 2 weeks' time with the other sections. Have a great rest of your day, Prisha, and remember to take your passport with you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Prisha